Welcome to the Daily Absurdities. Let's get started.
You ever wake up one morning, look at your phone, and realize that a toaster got more likes on Instagram than you did last week?
Yeah.
That's where we are as a society. Toaster, a two-slot piece of metal with an inferiority complex, has more social engagement than my face. And the worst part? I kinda respect it. Like, go off, toaster, you beautiful carb-browning influencer. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's me, Samira Andes, your friendly neighborhood voice in your earbuds, coming to you live from my living room, where the coffee's cold, the Wi-Fi's unstable, and my cat's judging me like she's my unpaid life coach. And honestly, she's not wrong. How's everybody doing today?
Yeah.
Good? Stressed? Perfect. That's the emotional baseline for this podcast. Low-level panic, mild confusion, and the faint smell of reheated pizza in the air. So listen, I've been thinking a lot about everyday life lately. Not the big moments, the weddings, the job promotions, the we bought a house Instagram posts that make you wonder if you should have invested in cryptocurrency back when you were still eating ramen for dinner. No, I'm talking about the small, absurd moments that make up 90% of being a human in America right now. The stuff that feels too ridiculous to be real, but too real to be a joke. And if you're sitting there thinking, Samira, give me an example. Oh, don't worry. Baby, I brought a buffet. Let's start with the big one. Attention. You know how kids used to grow up wanting to be astronauts, firefighters, or if you were really ambitious, a Power Ranger? Now, every 6-year-old's dream job is YouTuber. We are raising a generation of tiny content creators who are going to look at a burning building one day and go, okay, but does it have good lighting? Because I need to hit record real quick. And I get it. Attention has become the new currency. Forget Bitcoin, forget gold bars. If you can get 1 million views on a video of you lip-syncing to a song about avocados, you've basically won capitalism. But here's the absurd part: we crave attention, but we also hate it. You post something online, you want people to see it, but if it goes viral and some random guy in Idaho comments, suddenly you're like, I need to move to the woods. I need to live off-grid. I need to befriend a raccoon named Kevin and start fresh. It's like we want to be the center of attention until we actually are, and then we're like, oh no, not like this. Not with this angle where my chin looks like a sweet potato. You know where it comes from, right? Reality TV. The moment we as a culture collectively decided that watching strangers argue about who ate the last piece of chicken on national television was entertainment, we were done. That was the fork in the road. Because reality TV taught us something. If you have a dramatic enough story, the world will pay attention. Which is why now, every minor inconvenience turns into a saga. Your Uber's 3 minutes late? That's a 10-part TikTok series titled My Betrayal, A Journey. Your barista spelled your name wrong? Congratulations, you're a meme. And social media's algorithm eats this stuff up. You ever notice the internet rewards the extreme? You can't just have a normal Tuesday anymore. You can't just say, I went to the grocery store. No. You have to say, you guys, I went to the grocery store, and you won't believe what happened. Spoiler, it's never that dramatic. It's always like, they were out of oat milk, so I bought almond milk instead. But you've got to tell it like it's the plot twist of a Netflix thriller, or the algorithm will bury you faster than my student loan statement at the bottom of my inbox. Speaking of grocery stores, can we talk about self-checkout for a second? When did we all agree to become unpaid employees at every retail chain in America? Like, I walked into Target to buy deodorant, and suddenly I'm scanning barcodes like I'm competing in the Olympics of cashiering. And the machine always acts like you're failing. Unexpected item in bagging area. Yeah, Brenda, it's the thing I just scanned. Calm down. And then they have the audacity to make you wait for a real employee to come approve your $3 toothpaste purchase like you're smuggling state secrets in aisle 5. But the absurdity doesn't end there. You know what's weirder? We complain about it, and then we still use it. We have become so socially awkward that we would rather fumble through scanning 27 items and arguing with a robot than make eye contact with a human cashier and say, hi, that's where we are. We are living in a time where talking to another person feels more uncomfortable than accidentally stealing a pack of gum because the self-checkout didn't register it. And don't get me started on tipping culture right now. Look, I am all for tipping people who work hard. You make my coffee, you get a tip. You deliver my food in the rain, you get a tip and my undying love. But now, every screen I touch asks for a tip. I ordered a burrito through an app last week, and before I even finished customizing it, it was like, would you like to tip 20% for this digital experience? I haven't even tasted the guac yet. What am I tipping for? The pixels? But here's the kicker. You can't say no. You can't hit no tip. Because the machine does that passive-aggressive thing where it asks, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, iPad Karen, and stop making me feel like a monster. Now I'm sweating in front of a tablet because I didn't want to give 25% to the guy who handed me a pre-made muffin. This is late-stage capitalism, folks. We've made guilt a currency. Now, listen, I got an email from a listener the other day. Yes, we're doing fake listener emails now because it makes me feel like I have friends. And they asked, Samira, do you think social media is making us narcissistic, or are we just lonely? And to that I say, yes, both. Absolutely. We're all just spinning around in this weird digital carnival ride where every mirror is a filter, and every moment has to be content. We're addicted to validation because, let's be honest, reality is kind of meh. Bills, traffic, laundry, that's the real trilogy of American life. So when you get a little hit of dopamine because 30 people liked your photo of a sandwich, you take it. You ride that high like it's the last chuo at the fair. And speaking of traffic, can we please, as a nation, decide what the left lane is for? Because every time I'm on the highway, I feel like I'm in some dystopian video game where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. If you're going under the speed limit in the left lane, I hope your coffee's cold, I hope your Wi-Fi buffers, and I hope your favorite pen runs out of ink mid-sentence. That's my curse on you. Anyway, I can already hear some of you thinking, wow, Samira, this is a lot of complaining. And you know what? You're right. But here's the thing. These little absurdities are what make life hilarious. They're what make us human. The fact that we can get irrationally angry at a piece of self-checkout software or emotionally invested in a toaster's Instagram career. That's poetry. That's the chaotic symphony of everyday American life. So here's my challenge for you this week. Notice the absurd. Take a second to laugh at it. Whether it's the coworker who sends emails with "per my last message," like they're auditioning for a role as office villain, or the fact that your dog barks at literally nothing like he's protecting you from the ghost of bad decisions past. It's all ridiculous, and it's all worth noticing. All right, that's enough out of me. I gotta go update my toaster's TikTok account because apparently, that's my life now. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for laughing with me, or at me, I'll take either. And remember, if you ever feel like your life is too weird, it's not. It's exactly the right amount of absurd.
Thanks for listening and subscribe for my channel.